Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Endzone, a world apart in Hope Valley. You notice a little static over here on the blue? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell in the dark, I suppose. Maybe we'll see it better during the daytime. We'll go ahead and speed up. But, yeah, there's a little blue ring around the screen and a bit of static. That is not a bug. That is a feature. Take a look here. It means that we are entering radiation territory. And actually, the deeper the radiation gets, the worse that's going to look around the side of the screen. So if you see that, you know you're in a lot of trouble at the moment. Anyway, so we're actually very much in a lot of trouble, just generically speaking. I am not producing quite enough food and quite enough water. Part of that is because a lot of our population has been dying off. We are not producing enough clothing, not enough of pretty much anything, and we're starting to hit a death spiral, which is one of the reasons I wanted to keep going in this series just a little bit longer. I think we'll go for like 2 more videos, which should get me right up to release day for the game, which I think is appropriate. So we'll continue for a little bit longer. I'm going to try to find a way out of this hole I seem to be digging myself into, and I'm not sure if I've done goofed it all up, but we'll see. Something that would be very beneficial for me would be to build a proper water tower so we can start using some charcoal to filter out the radiation, because we are definitely reaching a point where you can see here that our water has been irradiated. In fact, medium difficulty, which is going to be getting a lot of people sick. So that is a rather massive problem. It doesn't say that gathering water via the boardwalks is producing radiation. So is it just the rain collector right now? I wonder if that actually is the case. I'm going to go ahead and turn you off so we just stop producing water I can't use. But yeah, getting ourselves a proper water tower would probably be wise. Now, placing it in a convenient location to pick up all of my buildings would be even better, and that's actually pretty nice if it weren't for the fact that the darn mountain is ever so slightly in the way. Well, right now we're not really hurting for storage. Can I actually just upgrade you directly to a water tower? I can, actually. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to upgrade this cistern into a water tower, and hopefully we can start using that to filter out radiation so people are not getting sick quite as often. We don't have enough protective clothing, but we're starting to catch up a little bit on that front. How are we doing in terms of professions? We got 9 workers currently available. We want to have a char burner going, yes. We are producing about as much food as I can, not producing a lot of water at the moment, of course, because we have taken down a cistern, which means our boardwalk here is not being used. So for a little while, we're going to be struggling for water, but hopefully we fix that quickly. Getting some more salvage could be helpful right now. Let's see. I think we're reaching a point where if I want to get more food and stuff, we need to start planting down more crops. Yeah, I think that might be the case. We'll leave 4 people kind of on generic jobs for now, but let's go ahead and set up some more work. I think we'll go ahead and set up some down over here. I keep forgetting you have to click first and not just like click and drag. Click. There we go. Something like this is probably going to be just fine. There we go. We'll have to clear this of radiation, unfortunately, but that's fine. They'll get this all cleared out, and we'll try planting down some peppers or something just for a quick influx of food, because right now we are struggling on that front more than I'm willing to accept in the long term. Let's see. Our medical facility should be doing fine. No visitors at the moment. No one appears to be sick. We actually don't have enough shelters, apparently. Sure enough, we are capped out in our generic shelter. Really? I was thinking that we were hitting a little bit too much population growth. Maybe we have enough population and we're just not using them correctly. It's hard to tell for sure. That is entirely possible, though. Yeah, we need to get this thing built up quickly. Why are we acting as if nobody's allowed to work here? Yes, people are allowed to work here. Go and fix the dang cistern. Build this up. Build it up quick, dang it. In fact, you know what? We're going to assign a couple more builders and try to speed this up. Oh, it's assigning water carriers for some reason. Oh, that's weird. Why is it assigning water carriers and not the building? Whatever, they're dismantling it right now. It's gone. So now they just have to get rid of the radiation and then start building this sucker up. Then I can assign more people to the water. Yeah, I think all we can do for the time being is just sit around and focus on food and water. Everything else is good. Radiation, clothing is very important. Scrap is important. But if we can't meet the absolute bare necessities of life, we are all going to die. Let's see, beans. Let's go ahead and start planting down some wheat, even though I don't think it's the fastest crop. It will eventually give me the opportunity to move into something like beer, so I can start building up more confidence amongst my people. Though, again, lower confidence doesn't necessarily hurt me that much, because I don't want to have an extremely rapid... we don't have enough scrap. What are you talking about? We have enough scrap. What are you talking about? We don't have, we have too much population right now. I don't want to increase our population growth too much more until we get more food set up. Okay, we need to move our scrapyard somewhere else. 272. Looking for something relatively close. This is close enough at 346. I hope people go and gather that up nice and quicksies. Let's go ahead and reduce the workforce down a little bit. Wait. This is what I wanted to do. Why do we have so many workers? Did I set something else and not leave it down to... Oh, right, these are at 3. Oh, right. We did want the regular fields to be at, like, 3 or something. All right, we have some more adults coming in. That's good. Can we gather up any more water at all? Low on wood, low on plastic. We have our coal delivered. Okay. I'm watching these numbers here. We're very low on water. Very low on water. We've used up all of our scrap. There's no way in heck we're going to get this mission done. Much as I would like to do it, it's just not going to be an option. Because we are spending our scrap rather than sitting around and gathering it at the moment, and that's honestly fine with me. Something kind of weird about placing down wheat, by the way, is you get this kind of weird lattice work wherever the wheat is being planted. Go figure. I don't know exactly how that works, but there you are. Come on, give me some more freaking scrap. What's wrong with you people? Settlers are suffering from disease. Oh, good, now we have diseases. We also don't even have any teachers. Yay. Let's pull off on refining for a minute. I need a teacher. We already have a medic, so we should be okay in treating everybody for their disease. The scrap is done, which means in just a moment I can pull off some more, some builders and assign them to something else, namely to water, because right now we're running out very, very quickly. Come on, build this next, guys. I don't know what you're wasting your time on, but this is the priority. Gosh dang it, we've got 6 builders and people aren't working fast enough. Hurry up! Got it, okay. Water tower is Dunskies. Good. You can produce again, but for here, we need to turn on the filtration. This means it's going to consume some of our charcoal in order to filter this and get rid of all of the extra radiation that we certainly do not want. All right, let's go ahead and pull back the builders quite a bit, get some more water carriers going. I think we'll have to do with 9 farmers at the moment. Still kind of low on food, but we're mostly treading water here, just not on water itself. May need to pull back a little bit more on morticians and get some more water carriers. So you can have 10 people working at this water tower? Feels like a lot, but okay. I'll make use of it. Alright, so this is what we have to watch for. If our water numbers go down sufficiently, then we are all going to die. A horrible, horrible, horrible death. We don't have an excess of, like, any resources at all, though, amazingly enough. And a drought, of course, is on the way. Right, I should have checked down over here, but that means we do not have a lot of time to be assigning for more water. Let's go ahead and cancel any building projects for the time being. That is not relevant anymore. What matters is getting loads and loads of water as quickly as we can. We have 1 season left. Now, rain is coming down, which is good. The radiation levels have dropped down to low. Okay. For some reason, our tailors have no idea what to do. They're missing some cloth. We have cloth. You're just being lazy. Stop giving me question marks if you already have the resources. I know you have them. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. I ain't stupid. You stupid. Trying to build up a little bit more scrap and stuff. I could pull some more people onto food, and given that we have a drought on the way, I am very concerned about that. But it looks like we're actually starting to get back on track with food. At least we got out of the red for a brief moment. I'm definitely watching our water stockpiles go up, so having 15 people working here does appear to be having the desired effect. I will be assigning somebody else to a farming job for now, just to try and speed up any collection and harvesting before the next season hits. Very soon, we will be losing some food. Let's go ahead and make sure that everyone is harvesting whatever current yield we've got, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of this stuff's about to go away. What's going on here? New goals? Ooh, cool. What do we have? Increased population to 90. Ha! That ain't gonna happen. Not yet. Not quite yet. Thank you, though, for the idea. Just no. Why is no one actually collecting from the rain collector? What is going on here? Storage space this building is running out. We should be assigned to collect from everything here. I really don't see what the problem is. I don't know. I mean, we've got our well. That's being collected by everything. Everything should be getting in here into the water tower. Well, we're getting up to about 2,000 water. It's not a lot, but I think it might be enough to get us through 1 season. But barely, if so. Absolutely barely. Still gathering everything we can. Let's go ahead and assign 1 more settler over to the farms, since we're still in the red here, and the water's gone. Okay. So now is definitely the time to be collecting everything that we can. Water carrying is not a high priority. How many people can we have working in the well? 1. So we're going to pull everybody off of this for now, since there's nothing else we can do. Assign some builders. We'll assign some more salvagers and some more refiners, since we've got an influx of labor at the moment. A couple more foresters, sure, and a char burner. And I think I may leave the other 3. So what do I want to do with those 3 people? Is there an area I'd love to just gather up random resources? Right now we're just gathering random stuff over here. I like to tell you guys exclusively to just go and gather up, let's say, some scrap. There's no scrap over there. There's a bit over here. Looking for any areas that we can just easily clear out. Yeah, like little things over here. Things I don't necessarily want to relocate the junkyard for. Stuff like that should be fine. Okay, we have 2 people that are homeless at the moment. Sorry about that, but you're just going to have to continue sleeping under the stars for a bit. That's just how it is. Got some hungry and thirsty settlers. Yep, I'm working on it, though. I'm trying to gather up all the food that I can. I know that we didn't let a lot grow, I know. But we're actively losing a lot of food because of this drought, so the faster we can gather this up, the better. We're going to be okay. We're going to make it through one more season, I think. No problem, really. We may want to just consider removing radiation. Like, can I just select this entire area and say remove radiation? Is that a thing? Might be. Surprisingly, no radiation over here. I don't really know why that's the case. You guys are set to cut and plant, but you definitely don't seem to be planting much of anything. Did they just die in the drought? The plants might have just died during the drought. The trees, I mean to say. That's possible. I really don't know. Let's continue with the refining and with some more salvaging. Junkyard, where did I set you up? There you are. You are still gathering, got a little bit more to go. Okay. Just trying to get as much as I can out of this. Not, well, I mean, we're getting surprisingly close to the 90 population thing. If I wanted to, we could possibly set up some more housing. Does this seem a little bit greedy to anybody else? It feels greedy to me, but, I mean, maybe we can. We can set up a couple more houses, I suppose. We don't need a lot of builders. Yeah, we barely have enough water to last through the season. We're gonna make it, but barely. Whoo-hoo, man, this is some serious fun, ain't it? Oof. All right, water, please come back. Elixir of life, freaking heck, rain. All right, we should see some water popping up now. So now we can pull back on the salvaging jobs and the refining jobs and get a bunch of water carriers going. I'm pretty sure I need to have 15 at all times now. Which sucks, but it's true. One less char burner, 15 water carriers, and go. I guess I could have pulled back on the fishing and stuff, too. I didn't think about that. That would have been fine. But yeah, with 15 people gathering up water now, I think that we're going to be okay. We have enough charcoal at the moment. Our char burners have done a good job. We've got enough to make sure that not only can we start producing better gear if we wanted to, but also we can protect everybody. If we go to the tailor and say we wanted to use activated carbon masks instead, I think we'll do that. Because we're getting to a point where people actually do have high enough levels of radiation that I'd like to do this. I won't set both of them to this. We have 2 tailors, right? Didn't we? I thought we did. Maybe we only have 1. Well, regardless, I think I'm only going to set 1 tailor to this for now, just so we don't burn through too much of our charcoal. What I don't know is if the activated carbon masks last longer than the neck scarves. If they do, then this is a very good way to get a little bit more longevity out of my cloth. And I would like that. If they do not, then I'm just spending extra carbon for potentially no good reason, because we're not up to medium levels of radiation, so maybe we shouldn't be worried about it. I don't know for sure. Let's see. We're still working on building up these houses, so we do have some more homeless people. I'm just going to keep letting that do its thing. We're looking okay in most of this at the moment. We have probably more farmers than I absolutely need, but I'm happy to have some. Just make sure we keep this food going. I'm starting to wonder if we need more food. I mean, we're still suffering a little bit. We haven't really recovered from the drought yet, but are we going to make it? Are we going to be okay? At the moment, the plantations here are not really growing much, mainly because the soil moisture is still very low, despite the fact that we've already had some water come through, some rain. It's still pretty bad. We just got really bad yields across the board here. Are our gatherers doing much of anything? That is a hunting lodge. Are the hunting lodges doing anything? Yes, apparently there is still some food over here for some reason. Okay. Right. You're supposed to be planting. Tell you what, I'm just going to set you to plant for a little bit. Because you're all like, I don't know what to do. There's no trees to cut down. Well, that's because you're not doing your full job in planting the dang things, you dingus. We're up to 81 pops all of a sudden. I mean, we're starting to grow a little bit. This is good. I think with the 3 extra settlers, I do need to go for some more food. I don't know if I want to go for things like fish. I guess we could, but I'm not sure that's what I want. If I were to plant down another field over here, what we can do is grow some more peppers, since I know those to be the most efficient in terms of food. That seems reasonable enough to me. I think that's what we're going to do. It is continuing to rain, but it is still not enough to make a huge difference in our soil moisture. That said, here comes a little bit of rain. Please help with my crops. Come on, move a little bit further south. There we go. There we go. That should help a teensy-weensy bit. We've used up all of our scrap from the scrapyard. I feel like we need a pop-up for that. Oh, there's a lot over here. Holy crud. I feel like I need a pop-up like, hey, you're not gathering any scrap. Like, that kind of stuff is important to me, you know? All right, let's go ahead and set some more peppers. I'm assuming that keeping these guys spread out helps prevent any disease, if there is any meaningful amount of disease in the game. I don't know for sure. I would love to upgrade this bus to just something better, just because it actually does improve confidence a little bit, make people happier. But yeah, still nowhere near enough food, nowhere near enough water, and I've got a lot of people working over here. I really do. There's only so much more than I can do than I'm already doing right now, you know what I mean? We could potentially try to upgrade this cistern into another water tower, but I don't know how I feel about that. Where is our gatherer's hut? We have one. There it is. Okay, we are gathering plenty of food over here. Seems to me that this is working as I expected with the forester creating like some long-term trees. We may want to put down another gatherer's hut. Is that a thing I can do? Yeah, it is a thing I can do. Let's try placing down some more gathering. Because I feel like we could possibly get a lot more food in these treed areas. I'm not chopping them down at the moment. And anything that gets me a lot of food would be great. How are we doing in terms of overall energy consumption? Right now, we are actually storing a pretty good amount. It is nighttime, so we are not producing enough energy. I do need to kind of get some sense as to how much we're producing per day. This is where having the fully working statistics and stuff would be very, very helpful. Clothing. Most people do have some sort of radiative protection clothing, so we're good there. Most people have metal tools. Educated. Pretty fertile. I mean, we're looking pretty good on that front. This is just giving the same information as before. Nothing new there. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue at speed 3 for a little bit longer. We have some housing already up, but we already need more. Amazing. I mean, if I get 4 more pops, we get a good amount of food and water to help make up for that a little bit. It's not amazing, but it's something. Can't fit another house down here, unfortunately, so we'd have to continue building out the neighborhoods here. Okay, let's try. We do need to continue growing that population, slowly but steadily. Get some more builders going, that'd be fine. I'm gonna assign another farmer or 2, I think. Just keep this going. Thank God we have rain coming down. How are we looking in terms of radiation? It is still low radiation. It doesn't feel to me like anyone's actually doing anything here. Is this just me? Like, we've got 1,000 water here, right? Amount of water filtered per 5 coal. 1,200. Okay. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like we're actually getting any of this out. Either that or we're gathering it so fast, but I feel like this isn't working. I'm watching to see if like anybody comes into the building to do anything. We haven't like forbid it by accident, have we? It says that we should be collecting from this as a water source. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the power consumption here just because I don't think that's necessary. We're producing an absolute ton of extra energy right now, so we can be assigning, building up some power lines to get more buildings going. And that would be worthwhile. If we have enough power generation, then let's use it, dang it. Where's my other power line? So we've got one going to the water tower over here. Let's go ahead and grab a couple out this way. Sure, let's try that for now. I don't know if getting power to homes really matters too much. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Sure. Go do things like this. Let's just try to get as much of the base connected to the electrical grid as we can and see if that helps us improve our production a little bit. Like, maybe it gets the well a little bit more efficient, you know? Or maybe what it does is it actually just increases work time efficiency at night. Oh, that might be exactly how this works. Yeah, it is. Okay, I figured out how electricity works. Hooray! It lights the area so that people can work during the night. Okay. No, that is good. I mean, that's what, a 25% increase in efficiency? If we assume that half the day is effectively dark, right, and that would reduce by half, we improve that up to 100%, then we'll say that that's a 25%. Yeah, that's 25% increased efficiency per season, which seems pretty decent. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm A-okay with that. Let's see. We could assign some more farmers and stuff. I think we're just going to go ahead and assign some more gatherers. You are going to move your work area to, let's say, this general vicinity with a good 950 currently available food to gather. And that is stuff we don't have to wait around for farming. Seems fine with me. We're going to reduce you down to 3. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. This plantation... Hold up. When I harvested the current yield, I assumed that all I was going to do was gather up the food that already existed. But in both cases, it looks like I accidentally chopped down my orchards. Oh, well, that's a huge problem. Okay, if that is in fact what I just did by accident, do not ever hit harvest current yield, because you want the trees to grow to adulthood so that every season you get some food. This will be one of the reasons I'm struggling so much, because I accidentally chopped down the trees, not realizing that's what was going to happen. Oh, brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Okay. Well, that stinks. Alright. We're going to reduce you down to 2 people. We did not increase our population in time. We were very close, though. And we might increase you up and then allow you to plant and cut. As long as you guys don't harvest the entire forest, I think we are going to be fine there. You are missing a resource. The deer appear to have moved on. No, they haven't. What's your issue? They're right here still. No, go ahead and harvest them. What's the question mark? Who's got a question mark? Oh, it's the power line that I placed down. Never mind. Never mind, we're fine. We're slowly building up some food stockpiles, and we actually do have enough water that I feel relatively good about this. So that's good. Let's get some more farmers, some more gatherers going. Somebody died. That's fine. No biggie at the moment. We do not have much wood. What I should probably do now is go ahead and get rid of the tasking. Dismantle this, and then we had some down over here, right? Yes, there's nothing to do over here. Dismantle this. I'm going to say we want to chop down some lumber. How about over here? Relatively close to the base. When we have people available, go chop down some trees, because right now I don't have enough to actually finish any of my building projects. Children are growing in number. Good. That means the population is still increasing. Seems fine so far. We do not have much efficiency over here because we still haven't built these darn power lines. And for that, we need wood. Yeah, we just need a lot of lumber all of a sudden. I'm starting to get my footing again when it comes to water and when it comes to food. Starting to. But that means that I really need to start building up my industry everywhere else. We have just not been getting much in the way of building materials, with the exception, apparently, of plastic and scrap. Those are building up nicely. But not nearly enough lumber. Electronics we actually have a lot of, too. I don't know what to do with this, though. I feel like this isn't that important. Okay, the buildings down over here are done, so we have some more houses. That's good. Probably can build another one. Not where I wanted it to. Okay. Do we continue with the row of housing? I mean, at some point, I like to add in a little bit more diversity into my buildings. It looks a little sad like that, you know what I mean? I guess we can just go ahead and start building out some here. We might have a little bit of extra space, but oh well. Just a little field for people to hang out in. That's fine. No big deal. Let's go ahead and increase out the roads like so. You need to increase out here as well. There we go. Okay, got roads going all the way around. Stockpile of 1,000 food. Still in the red, but slowly growing. I think we have managed to place down a lot of our power lines, so what is the issue here? It's saying all of this is powered, including the well, which you can see is operating at 100%. Oh, it actually goes up to 150% during the day as well. Well, that's huge. So that ends up being, what, a 37.5% increase? Maybe that actually is just a raw 50% increase of efficiency per season? Okay, so that's pretty big. We are draining a bit more power. I think we may have missed a power line somewhere. I'm betting you that's what's happened here. I thought that it said that we were connected, but apparently I'm wrong. So let's place down... It's hard for me to tell exactly where I've got power lines. I got one right here. I've got one here. I need something that bridges the gap between the two. Like this. That would be perfect. Okay, go ahead and place that there. I think that'll increase the efficiency of literally everything else. Crops cannot be connected to the power grid. That makes sense. So what happens when you guys get connected to the power grid? I don't know. What could happen with houses getting connected to the power grid? What does that do? I don't know. Store up 175 wood, we would get 30 more scrap and 50 herbs. Well, that sounds pretty nice. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some of that. Still growing and planting all my crops. We have a drought on the way, but this time around I think we have enough food and water that we can survive still. That is pretty good. Has the power line been built yet? It has. Does that mean we are now connected to the power grid? We are not. Why not? Now what? This stuff is just not over here. Okay, this power line is slightly too far away. Gotta be careful about that. The yellow highlights make me think that the power, like, jumps from the gatherer's hut to the pole and so on, right? Sort of like in SimCity or something, you know? You don't necessarily need to build power lines everywhere, just wherever you're trying to jump from one cluster of stuff to the next. That's not how it works in this game. They really do need to be connected from pole to pole. There we go. Now we have the Hunter's Lodge going, so we are getting a bit more efficiency there. So we take a look at our battery. We can see that all of our productive buildings are now connected. The cistern does not need to be connected. Why would I want the rain collector? I still don't think I understand how this one's supposed to work. Like, am I crazy? Does it look to you like anyone else is collecting from the rain collector? Because I don't think that they are. And that is a lot of water we are missing out on. A full 1,000 water we're not using. And the drought's here, by the way. Alright, well, here's hoping that we're able to make this work. Pull off on the water carriers. And go scrap hunting. Lots of it. Also more charcoal, I just realized. We're out of that. That's kind of important. And I guess we can get an extra herbalist and an extra forester for the time being. Gather up whatever exists still before it all dies out in the field. And yeah, not going to try harvesting any food from the plantations. If we lose this, we lose this. It looks like that means that people are too stupid to go and harvest what they can before it's too late. But I am not risking chopping down these trees again. We are keeping these things, dang it. They're useful. We need more housing, unfortunately, if we're going to continue building up this population, so let's go for a bit here. I don't think there's any problem with them setting up next to a solar collector, right? No risks of, like, radiation or anything else. Certainly getting blinded by the mirrors in the morning. I guess that's an issue. But beyond that, seems fine. You guys are chopping down way more trees than you're planting, again. Oh, good, we have a haboob coming through, or a dust storm. Something like that. That's what a haboob is, right? Like off in the Middle East and stuff. You can get things like that. Let's set you guys to plants for a little bit, because once again, you're just not planting nearly enough saplings. We have a few spare workers that should be collecting lumber over here, which looks like they did. That was actually very quick, thank you. So gather up some more. Radiation protection. We are not actually producing enough protection. Why? What's the issue now? Well, we don't actually have much in the way of radiation. Maybe I'll just go ahead and produce some neck scarves since we have been using up a lot of our charcoal. That might be the issue. Maybe we just don't have enough charcoal going around. And it's confusing people. Could be. Gatherer's Hut has nothing to do. Yeah, everyone's just kind of bored and distracted at the moment. Wow, we went through this water fast. We went through that water so fast. Holy crud. Alright, let's get these guys back up and running. Jeez. Alright, 15 water carriers again. Starting to think we might need to get up to 20. Because it just feels like we're not able to build up enough between droughts. We actually kept a fair bit of food going. That's something, I guess. But yikes, dude. Yikes. Alright, this is all looking sort of okay. I think maybe we do want to set up some more water production in the form of more boardwalks. Where can I place it? This is close-ish to the main roads. I guess it'll have to do. Alright. Did you just get placed where I don't want you? Kind of looks like it did. But I'm hoping... Actually, that's not in the range. Never mind. Cancel this. What would be a place that's in range, then? Would this be considered in range? Well, it would definitely be in range of the cistern, at least. That would be something. Alright, let's go ahead and build out another boardwalk, because I want to be able to assign some more people to get water, because, again, we are just not producing enough, and people are going to start getting thirsty. And even though we are technically, I think, going to be producing enough to keep everyone safe and taken care of, all it takes is it going down at just the wrong time when a thirsty person comes by, and they'll give up, and then they'll just go and die somewhere. So, we're not looking to do that. Can you guys please build this? We need some more wood. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're building up a water supply again. We're building up our water supply again. Gosh dang, this game is getting tough. It's not forgiving. There's no way around it. This game is definitely pretty tough. It definitely gives me a lot of those Banished vibes. Just because when you screw up, you're freaking dead, dude. You absolutely dead. But I think we're holding together fairly well. We actually do now have 90 population. If I can actually store a little bit more scrap, we'll actually get some more tools and stuff in the next 18 hours. We're looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and increase some productions and stuff. What I think we should do next is move on to getting ale. If I can get my food situation figured out where I can use my wheat and feel comfortable with that, that would be ideal. But I would happily start producing the ale so that we can boost up confidence a little bit more and make people happy. Everything else here is looking okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue making some metal tools. Everything else, don't really care too much. We could start growing some hemp. That would be an option to get some confidence boosted up. But a very faulty confidence, in my opinion. Anyway. Alright, so, think we're starting to get ourselves back on good footing. Got a little bit of a ways to go. Got to make sure we keep dealing with the essentials, never stop producing enough water and food. Aside from that, we seem to be starting to finally build up. In fact, I may need to get myself another tailor just so we can have our radiation closed, because aside from water and food, that is the only thing I am constantly missing out on, is more radiation protection. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time in Hope Valley.